What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about a trade we took last night here on GJ and kind of how I trade and scalp the market every night during London session. So here we look on the 4-hour time frame, and you can see we have market structure going down, so we're in a downtrend. We have a high here, a lower high, another lower high, and another low high. So although I am expecting price to come back up into this supply area before we possibly could look for some more buys above this supply area or buys off of this demand into this supply area, I was looking for buys last night. But when it came down to my entry, I enter and place my trades mainly on the 5-minute. So I was waiting for price to have a rejection from this zone. But what happened was we ended up getting kind of playing in this area right here, creating a small resistance and another small support underneath. So I had then marked up these two dotted lines, and if we had a break to the upside with the retest and confirmation, I would have looked for buys up to the next structure, which would be Asian range highs here. And if we had a break below this small support it was creating, I would look for that would be my sell area. So I kind of box price in here, and then we were just patient and just waited to see what the market gave us, right? So it wasn't until right here that I was really changing my bias for sells, because if you look closely, this bearish candle closed beneath this minor support on the 5-minute, breaking these lows with a candle close. So then I started to think, okay, where would I want to get in at? Potentially you could get in there, but I was looking more towards these lows in the Asian range that were created just right here on this small support, which is about 640. So what ended up happening was waiting for the confirmation to the downside, because we're starting to get some volume coming in, and the very next candle it just broke past these lows. So I was able to get in here at 162.628 area, with stops just above this zone, and was targeting 162.100, which is also this area to the left, this zone here. So if we play price forward, it just obliterated this zone back in hitting our overall TP. Now, the reason also why I got out here is I like to use the TDI for my exits. So if you look here, this green RSI line, we had to break down to outside of the bottom of these blue Bollinger Bands, signaling that we could potentially have a pullback coming. So I secured my profits and got out, and sure enough, price started to pull back on us. Now, earlier that day, during New York, we did get price come back up into our zone and start to break above these highs I was looking for, to move back up to these small areas of demand, or small areas of supply rather. So if you wanted, you could have played the morning as well, wait for a confirmation close, body close above. We need a bullish close above these highs. And there's our bullish confirmation. Take our long position with stops just below this support, and then target these previous highs, which is more than enough pips. I mean, that's 93 pips, 1 to 3 risk to reward, with a 30 pip stop. 25 there. Price came back and shot straight up. So we could have took buys in the morning as well. Again, waiting for price, see if it'll break out of the top of the Bollinger Bands. Here we have price continuing to go up, and I believe that's take profit hit right there. Yeah, you would hit take profit just about there. Yeah, now we have price, I think, is currently around this area. Here, so we'll see what GJ wants to do in the following week, but this is how I find my entries for scalping the market. Last night we were able to catch this trade for about 52 pips. The previous day we caught buys off of this zone for 62 pips, and then earlier in the week we caught sells off of this zone for 90 pips. This was a really good trade, which we could have held longer, but as you can see, we're 3 for 3 this week, just playing off of this support and resistance in these zones. So if you like, follow me on Instagram at FXAndrewCapital, and shoot me a DM if you're interested. We do have a free Telegram group where we're learning, and we do Zooms and stuff like that. And feel free to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. It helps me out, helps the algorithm, helps me show up more on your feed for YouTube, so that I can continue to bring you guys knowledge and value. If you want to do one more, we can do an example here. I will actually remove all these drawings and do a quick top down on AU. So I always like to start on the 4 hour. And we see the trend is down because we have a high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on, right? So we are in a downtrend. So then I would simply just mark off some support key levels where market seems to be touching multiple times. Here we had 1, 2, 3 touches of support, and then it became resistance, and now we're kind of bouncing in between here. And then you could mark off some other areas, potentially just to, for the future, just for take profits, if you need to. But we're more worried about where price is actually at currently, which would be this range right here. So then we drop down to the 5 minute. And as you can see, we're just going to wait until price comes into our zones, and then we're going to watch for price action confirmation, and then I only want to take the highest probable trades, meaning if the market is an overall downtrend, then I'm going to be looking for sell opportunities. So here we are in this, hitting this support or this resistance zone. As you can see, you had your rejection here. You had this candle breaking all of these lows, small pullback engulfing, and then you could have entered here on here and taken this small ride down to this small support here. This is just a minor support, which would have been about 21 pips right there. So this is how I consistently catch 20 to 50, sometimes 70 or more pips a night and a day trading. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, feel free to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Happy trading.